I am honestly not going to vote the current government. No, no. Well, I think I might want to
In a single word, I would just say Omo, not seriously. In a single
But
word,
then,
actually.
as Nigerians that we are and that we've always been, we see how we can just cover our pain through the clothing and then just that smile that is always on our face. But truly, people are suffering for real.
Would you vote the current president, or do you have someone else in mind, like Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and the like?
I'll not vote the current president, ma.
Okay.
There's been a lot of shaggy, so I'm not voting the current president. So count him out.
Based on the intellect I've seen Peter Obi, like he has, like the way he talks, I feel like he's the only person I think I can vote for. Yeah, because I don't know, he just looks educated and he looks like someone who could bring a lot to the table.
This is Madmo Concept Media, and we're currently in the University of Abuja, Nigeria. We are here to know what the students have to say.
Come with us so that we can listen to the opinions of the students.
So, what can you say about the current situation of Nigeria, and how has this affected you as a student? How has it affected your family?
The current situation of Nigeria is very unfair compared to before. Let's start with the transport issues. Transportation is like going up and is spiking up every single day. Like every single day, parents are complaining because, for example, my dad, I'm not the only one in higher institution, so you can imagine the kind of expenses it's going through every day just to meet up with our transportation, feeding, and all those kind of things. So that's been unfair, very, very unfair.
Do you have any experience in school that you feel like if the government had done their jobs as government, it wouldn't have been like that?
Let's say road.
Okay.
The school road is very bad. We almost fell out of keke this morning. The road was so bad, and it has been there for like not a month, not even a year. Like that road has been like that. It's very bad. Even the keke man, they are trying to adapt it, but they bring in new keke drivers every day. So, and it's not everybody that can drive properly. So the road were bad. There is no usually water in the school. We lack water a lot, and the people that sells water to us are using like bad advantage of it and all this kind of stuff.
So, what do you think we can do, we as Nigerians, and also the government? What do you think, you as an individual, what do you think you can do to make the country better?
Let's say we should be the voice of the voiceless
Okay.
for you, because we believe that keeping quiet is like they will find solution by themselves, not speaking up. And these governments, they have other priorities than us. So being voiceful will go a long way, like talking, speaking, because it's democratic. We are the people voting them in, and so we have every right to say how we want to be treated. We are no longer a military rule or whatever. So I believe our rights is supposed to be taken seriously, and we should voice out.
Do you think your vote counts?
Yes, it counts.
Okay. So, if there were to be election today, would you vote the current president, or do you have someone else in mind, like Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and the like?
I'll not vote the current president, ma.
Okay.
There's been a lot of shaggy, so I'm not voting the current president. So count him out. So I'm not.
So,
I
do you have
cannot vote him.
anyone else?
Yes, I do. Shut
You have
up.
a voter's card.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot vote. I think Peter Obi. Let's give somebody new a new trial for you, because we are tired of Hausa, Yoruba, Hausa, Yoruba.
But why
Let's
Peter Obi though?
uh, like I said, let's give somebody new a trial, like fresh water.
Oh,
Let's start something new. Let's see what he has for us too.
if you had the chance to, would you leave the country?
Yeah, so Japa. Go Japa ke. Because the economy has gone bad a lot. So for it to like come back together, it's going to take a very long time and a lot of effort and energy and endurance. And nobody wants pain. There's no reward for suffering. So if I have the opportunity, I'll run.
Thank you so much.
With this current government, what will you say is your biggest challenge so far about this current government? I'm talking, is it security wise? Is it inflation of things? Is it transport, which is also inflation? What is your biggest challenge about this current government?
Okay. My biggest challenges is inflation of prices and like in transportation wise. Because as a student, like okay, I went on for holiday and I came back and I discovered that transportation price has increased. Yes, from Ido to permanent site before it was 200, but now they're carrying 300 naira. And cost of food items and other things, books, materials, and all that. So inflation of price, yeah.
So how has it affected you as a student generally
It
in
has
learning too?
Okay, it has affected me because most times I'm unable to get materials. The money that my parents send to me, they're not even enough. They're not even enough because I have books to buy. I'm a student of English. I have books to buy, and books are now expensive. It's not even the publisher's fault because the amount they're using to publish is also expensive. You're buying one book for 3,000, buying one book for 4,000, and how much are they even sending for the allowance? So, for instance, if your friend sent 10,000 naira and you have like three books to buy and each book costs 3,000, you just have only 1,000 naira to yourself. Transportation is there, data is there, so it has really been hard.
Oh, oh, that's good. So will you say so far this government have tried for you as a student, or where what is your posit?
Tried. I don't know, but I'm not enjoying any benefits. Yes, assuming I'm on scholarship now, I can say okay, yes, they are trying. Yeah.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no-
So what do you think the government can do to to make this country better and then to make your life as a student better?
And price now, they should decrease prices of things, cost of items and all that. Fuel prices, fuel now is very very expensive, and if fuel should reduce, at least cost of things will reduce. That's it.
Well, with the forthcoming election, do you have a candidate in mind? And if you have a candidate in mind, why do you think that candidate is the best person to lead Nigeria to close to the promised land or the promised land?
I don't have a candidate for now.
Okay. So
Yeah,
as the spirit leads.
because yes, as the spirit leads, and they've not even declared their intent. Yes, some
So
are not
you're waiting
really.
for manifesto.
When they declare their intent, we do check and balance.
Okay, that's great.
On the
That's great.
current
Thank you.
situation of Nigeria, the scarcity of everything, how everything is like petrol price also is also part of it. Cause I'm staying off K, um, mini campus in Gwagwalada, so like the petrol price have added to our like price of transportation. Normally, it is 1,000 naira, but it has turned to 1,500 now. So it's really affecting students. It's not making us to come to class regularly like we are supposed to come. That's
I think it's better than they were 3 years ago, or have they gotten worse?
Like I said earlier, petrol price is also part of it because my dad is like a trader, is a traveler. He always like travel up and down. So the petrol price definitely has been part of it, of the this thing. So it has made feeding to be somehow difficult. Even me coming back to school, it has delayed my coming back to school somehow.
If there was election today, who would you vote? Would you still vote the current government, or do you have anybody in mind?
Sincerely speaking, I won't lie to you. I will not vote the current government. I will even prefer not to vote at all
Okay.
because me, my vote, I don't know.
You feel your
We
vote
vote,
does not
yes,
count.
exactly. Because our votes, we voted for these people, believing that they are going to change something. Instead, they are making everything worse for us, especially students. They are making it worse for us. So I don't think I'm going to vote anybody. Sincerely, I don't think so.
What do you think the government can do, and what do you think even we as Nigerians, what do you think that we can do to make the country better?
I think the government should like just make sure the petrol prices just go down a little bit because once something like goes up in Nigeria, it does not come down. It just remains stagnant like
So
that.
you feel petrol, this price of petrol affects a whole lot of things.
Affect a whole lot of things. Like it's affect the family, everything. Feeding has been difficult generally. So I think they should reduce the petrol price.
What do you think government can do to help students?
The
Students, like,
students, transportation, hostel. They should provide enough hostel for students because as you can see, this University of Nigeria, one of the top problem students are facing is hostel. So I think they should make sure there is enough hostel for students. And then the transportation, there should be a lot of transportation and they should please reduce the transportation money. So that's
Do you say it's better off than it was 3 years ago, or will you say it has gotten worse?
I think it has. Everyone knows that. Based on my experience as a 100 level student in UNIABUJA, one of the major problems I think we are facing is the cost of transportation, mobility in and out of the school is the price has gone up, everything.
yeah. Like I remember when I got into school, it used to be 30 naira for keke.
Wow. I
Now,
think now it's 150. Yes, it is.
I would say it's actually it has gotten worse because I come from Niger State to Abuja to school, and when I came for December, just the time period from December till now is only second semester, the transportation has increased. And getting my food stuff, I'm even spending twice of what I used in December, and this is bad. And I honestly hope this government can actually do something about this because it's like every day it's going up, and we don't know if tomorrow we can be able to afford our normal lifestyle as an average in Nigeria.
do you have any experience that has happened to you in school that if the government were actively involved in students' life, maybe you wouldn't have had that kind of experience? Is there any?
I had an experience, but I will not say it was in school actually.
Okay.
And it was when I was in Niger State. I got robbed of my stuff. Went to the police station and was complaining. The policemen were very nonchalant, listening to my complaint. That I had a very bad day that day because how can I go to the police station to make a report? And the people there, they are just reluctant. And a policeman taking money from me before he follows me to go, and I was having just 700 naira. He took it off me that he has to buy fuel. A policeman, 700 naira. Why? And I told you they have taken all the money that was with me and my phone, and you are still taking 700 naira from me. And I believe that is a very bad one.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I
Okay. If there were to be election today, would you still vote this government that is particular?
I don't even have a voter's card. Let me not lie to you. I don't have. Even if I do, I am not going to vote because we all know our votes don't count. So what's the need of voting if the election is still going to be rigged afterwards?
But do you have anybody in mind? Like we have Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amechi. Who do you think?
I don't play politics. I don't think. No.
What about you?
I am honestly not going to vote the current government. No, no. Well, I think I might want to give P2B a try. I believe he should be given the opportunity because I have actually heard him speak, and I have a little faith in him because I don't think we have any better candidates to if we don't give him a try. So I believe we should just give P2B a try and let's see what he can do.
If you were given the chance, would you leave Nigeria?
Of course. As soon as I have that chance, I'm off. Definitely.
Okay. What about you?
As a matter of fact, I don't even plan on staying in Nigeria after this university life. I am planning it while I'm still in university. So to make build myself up, and immediately after university, few years, I'm out of the country and I'm not coming back.
What if you were offered money to vote? Would you actually, if you were offered money by any party to vote, would you take it?
I'll actually say no. I believe in transparency. I believe in if you give me money, how much will you give me? And your government is going to last for 4 years. Is the money going to take me for 4 years? I don't I would say no.
So you will not take the money and vote for another person. Like maybe if it was Tinubu that was giving money, like you take it and you know you have Peter Obi in your mind. Maybe you just collect that money and still vote for Peter Obi. You will not do that.
I actually won't do that. I'm not such a person.
That was just a light question. What about you? If you were given money to vote by any politician, would you take it?
I don't think I would because that's what got us to this our current situation.
the current situation of Nigeria?
Okay, the current situation of Nigeria, I would say that Nigeria is struggling. They're trying to balance some things. People are going through a lot, and things are not going well.
Do you think the government are doing well? Can you compare this present government and the last one?
No, the last one is different. This one is different. I think this current government are trying their best, even if they are doing it in a way that uh, they are making us, they are transforming Nigeria. The way Nigeria was in the last government is not the way we are in this government. It's quite different.
So if there was election today, you still vote the same.
I won't vote for the same government.
Okay.
I'll vote for a new government. Nigeria needs to experience a new government. We have faced this government, so we need a new hand.
Do you have any candidate in mind?
I won't say I have a candidate in mind, but whoever is coming up as the new government,
Who can come up again? Peter Obi, Atiku.
we, from my own perspective, I'll go for Peter View. Yes.
How has this economy affected you and your family?
Okay, this economy, I would say, it's not been easy actually. I know that before, I'm a student actually, so before let me use for instance my allowances. The allowances I was getting before is different from what I was getting now. I know that then before 15,000 can do me for a week or 2 weeks, but now I think it's just 3 days or thereabout. It doesn't go far.
You said Peter Obi. What makes you say Peter Obi? Is there something about Peter Obi that make you vote for him?
Okay, I know he made those. I heard one of his speech that he made about the economy of Nigeria, how he will help youth. So if he comes up as the new government, as the new president, I hope he implements all those things he said about the government helping youth and other stuff, and giving employment to those who are not employed.
What do you think we can do, and what do you think the government can do to make the country better?
I think the government should have the interest of the youth at hand. They should understand the situation and help people. Our major problem is unemployment. If we have employment in Nigeria, I think things will go well.
So,
So, given the current situation of the country, what pains you most as an individual? What is paining you most about this country that you know that okay, if this was working, it would have been better for me or like this. If this aspect was working, it would have been better. I would have been here. I would have been here. I would have been able to do this. I would have been able to do that. What aspect of this country pains you most?
Okay, the aspect of the country that pains me most is number one. I would say the country it's not having the set value of electricity the school needs. The country also it's not having the certain support for the schools because the reason why I'm saying it is because as this school as a whole like this, if the country should maybe the economy as a whole should divert their kind of attention to this school and maybe make a little development, I think it will really go a long way. But let me not just go into much details about the school, but it's let me not say it's bad. Let me not use that word it's bad, but it's not it's not really comfortable. Let me just say that.
So, do you have a voter's card?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any candidate in mind towards the forthcoming election?
Well,
Feel free to conceal.
I don't for now. I don't have any for now yet. But to be honest, I won't be in support of the past administration. But once it's time for voting and I want to vote, I think by then I will make my decision. Yes.
So, as a man, because looking at you now, I know that you're not 10 years old or 20 years old or even 15 years old. You've gone through some leaders in the past and coming to us now. You've seen how things were done in the past and now. What can you compare the regime or the government of last session that they just and then the one that is just about to be concluded?
Okay. From the past governments, I would say that Um, the government I enjoyed most was, though I don't know about other people, but I would say the regime of Goodluck Jonathan and this particular one. It's that particular one and this one. There's a very big gap. That particular one was, very profitable and benefiting from this other one. Because looking from that particular government, things was not the way it is now. You know, cost of feeding, cost of um, transportation, all those stuff, it has now increased. No, but so this particular government, you can't compare it to that particular. The reason why I'm using that particular one, it's because that was a particular government that I was matured enough to know how things works in the government, how things. So that was a particular government that I know that if I compare it to this particular one, no, that one was far better than this particular government.
What do you think? What do you think the government can do to make the situation of this country better? And where I'm driving at, where I'm speaking towards is the aspect of security, because most people that we've spoken with, they are really concerned about security because security is almost everything. You cannot be expecting to leave your house and go to somewhere, and then just because you want to go to somewhere, and then you're living in fear. That okay, make I go. If I go there, what if this thing happen? If this thing can't happen like this, so what do you think the government can do to improve the aspect of security?
Okay, in terms of that security aspect, I don't really know what the government should do, but I think if they can, I think if they can, lay more emphasis on the aspect of security, there will be much development. Even students sometimes maybe from where you are living, where you are staying, you tend to know that even your area self sometimes is not really safe for you. That's because the certain area lacks community, and even at that, I think the aspect of the community, I think the government should enforce more military personnel and put them in so many places that they know it's vacant, because there are some certain city and states that needs this security because they lack them. Like few weeks ago, we heard about what happened in Jos and life were lost. So if the government can, lay more emphasis on security and build up more security personnel in every city, I think it will at least, giving the citizens of that particular state or city a rest of mind. So I would say the government can actually do that. It will be much more better and give the people a peaceful mind and rest.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time.
So, what can you say about the current situation of Nigeria and how has this affected you as a student and your family?
Well, as a student, I'd say it's very bad
Okay.
because there are some things I would like want to get and I can't actually afford them
Okay.
based on the fact that the ones my parents gave me, I would need to like manage them and all. So, and for my parents, I don't know because most times as a student, when they ask you to get something, is your parents, you'll be asking them this, they need to get this for you, and them now probably what they're earning now is not really coming forth. So yeah, so it's really not easy as a student. Yeah,
So, how can you describe Nigeria bad or better?
very bad.
Very bad.
Like they say food chop. Yeah, so it's very bad, very bad. Not
Okay.
easy. Yeah.
So, if there was to be election today, like as we stand now,
Mm.
who would you vote for? Would you still vote the present president or?
Well, I have trust issues, so I'm not voting for anybody. I don't know because based on the one we have seen now, I don't think I can vote for anyone. Yeah.
So, like between Atiku Abubakar, Peter
Nothing,
Obi,
nothing. I
no
don't vote.
one.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. If you were given a chance to leave this
Mm-hmm.
country, would you leave?
Fast. I won't wait. I won't even look back. I'll leave.
Okay, do you think as a Nigerian your vote counts?
Yeah, it does. It does. If well, okay, let me take my words back. Like based on the intellects I've seen Peter Obi, like he has like the way he talks, I feel like he's the only person I think I can vote for.
Okay, why?
Yeah, because I don't know, he just looks educated and he looks like someone who could bring a lot to the table. You
Hmm.
get, yeah. and he looks like someone who would want to help the youths.
Yeah.
Yeah, more. So yeah, I think I would vote for him. So if I'm given an opportunity to vote, of course, I'll vote for Peter Obi. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can you say about the current situation of Nigeria?
Current situation of
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Is it hard? Is it simple? Is it better than it was 3 years ago? Is it worse than it was 3 years ago?
In a single word, I'll just say almost in a single word actually, because I know that there actually was a time when things were very good. I mean, the suffering here is not how it used to be before, for real. True that many people still are still managing and then still catching up, but I tell you, we have folks around us that are really suffering. You understand? Increment in transportation, feeding, and most fees. It's actually breaking necks for real.
Hmm.
You get,
Thank you.
there
I
are
like
people
that.
who cannot actually search through life, and then everybody just wants to wear this beautiful smile that covers their pain. You understand? It's everything going on in the country is very evident on how it breaks people. And then I think the government should do well to see how they can, lower fees on transportation, feeding, most levies, and then even the school fees. Yes, there are some people who very exceptional students actually, but they can't go through schools because of the fee that are being demanded of them, and then other itineraries that are required for them. And
So basically, you're saying things have gotten
things are
harder.
very, very hard. They are very worse, and then people are suffering for real. People are suffering seriously.
That's why you said Omo. No,
Exactly.
Omo is this.
Omo is a very big term for you.
Yes.
Understand?
Omo, I'm
Behind
happy.
Omo is a
Omo,
lot.
I'm sad.
Behind
Omo.
Omo is a lot.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah, yeah.
But then, as Nigerians that we are and that we've always been, we see how we can, just cover our pain through the clothing and then just that smile that is always on our face. But truly, people are suffering for real. And how
Okay.
transportation used to be, and it's much easier, but now it's something else. And then even a bag of pure water, I don't even want to go to that side, that particular aspect. But in a just one sentence, I'll just say it's very bad. People are suffering, and then the government should try more.
Okay, how has this affected you as a student?
As a student, okay, let me see. I came back second semester, and then the pure water I used to buy for, is it half bag 200 naira? I went to buy the pure water and it's 350. You know, one bag used to be actually 400, but now it's 350. So if I don't have 100 naira, I won't drink pure water. If I was choking, then who knows what's going to happen? A little scenario actually, but then if you look at it very well, it's not encouraging, it's not good. Even to eat now is very hard. 1,000 naira can't cook a student a meal that you can actually eat and say, yes, you've actually eaten.
That one is true. That
For
one is
real.
true.
So even the kerosene, we can't cook.
Before
We
500.
can't cook now. Kerosene is now like over 3,000 naira a liter. You understand? And before you buy kerosene now, it's very hard. And then the school prohibited
3,000 a liter.
3,000 naira a liter for real. And then half is like 1,500 thereabout. To cook. What do you want to cook that you want to use kerosene of such amounts to actually cook it? You get. And then the school now prohibited
Gas.
gas and other
Hot plates.
hot plates to actually cook. So it's not easy for
Food is
students at
dangerous
all.
kind.
They should look at that aspect of kerosene and even cooking with charcoal that we are thinking about that will soon start happening. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. So
Yeah.
students are suffering. Students are really suffering, and it's not easy for students. We are all just wearing that smiles on our face, but I tell you, students are suffering. So it should be handled. It
So
should be
what do you
looked
think we
into.
can do as Nigerians, and what do you think the government can do to make things better?
The government can actually cut down costs on many of things like this. I mean, there are factors that made them high, that made them increase. The government can look at into those factors and see how we can, it can actually be minimized. The issue of fuel transportation, it can be looked into and then be minimized. And then for students also, students should not be passing through this level of suffering because it's not encouraging. If we are just to become somebody tomorrow, we are suffering like this. It's not giving this encouragement that the future will be anywhere better. And that's why we have many youths rising up every day saying school is scam. So it's not encouraging at all. The
Okay.
government should help
Okay.
us.
So if there was election today, would you vote the present government, the present president, or do you have someone else you vote?
I'm not really somebody who is much into politics though. Yeah, so I don't have a faith person and then someone who I'm actually against actually. But I
But do
feel,
you think your vote counts?
of course, my vote does count. But then the person who we are voting for, that we have actually deemed it fit to actually vote for, are not uh, are not respecting our votes. You get, they're not respecting our vote. They're not doing things that they said they will actually do when they get into power, and it's not nice. So for any internal government that's wanting to come up or that is existing, to see how you can better people's life and not just keep making people to suffer. It's not nice.
Thank you. So, what can you say about the current situation of Nigeria, and how has this situation affected you as a person, as a student, and how has it affected your family?
You know, the country is just anyhow, guy. It's right now. Everything is just like messed up, and the fact that they are still saying that we should just vote for this guy that is going to like make it. Is going to make it. How do you put it?
Which guy?
You should vote for Tinubu that is going to make it better. And you did not work 4 years. I'm not sure you work now. It's just there for the what's that word, for the
Money, the
not for the
fame, the
money.
position.
It's just there so that they'll just say he has the fame, he has the money. It's just there for just being there.
It is
Nothing serious.
some.
Exactly. It's not there to work, it's not there to make the country better. It's just there so that they'll know that it will be like, yes, I was a president of Nigeria. That's the reason it's just there, honestly.
So, if there was to be election today, who would you vote?
Honestly, I will not vote because our vote don't count. It doesn't count because if it counted, it would have not won the first election. So me, I will not vote for anybody.
So, are you saying that you don't have any personal experience? This it has not affected you in any way as an individual?
Individual is presently in this school. I don't know why keke is no more 150, it's 200. Like that 15 naira, if you had another 100 naira, that's another 150 to enter keke and go back to gate. So I don't know why they have increased it.
How do you think we can contribute as an individual? Or what do you think government can do to make the country better?
They should just remove everybody in power first. They should just make they just cover them first. Make them know they should just remove it. They should start with the president. I don't even think the president is the problem. Sef. It's those the calibers that are there, the senators that they should make the first go, make they go front first, no see road so that we will know what's happening in the country.
Okay. If you had the chance, would you leave the country, or do you think it can get better?
If I had the chance to leave this country, I'll leave. Oh, there's nothing here for anybody. If you get opportunity to come for this country, run.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.